All right, so we're gonna get started. So guys, my name is Melanie Mitro, and I am one of the hosts of tonight's business opportunity call. We are a part of the Dream Team organization, and you're gonna get to hear from 5 other amazing women. So Katie, Alana, Danny, Megan, and Miranda. Everybody is on and is going to be sharing lots of great information with you. So is Miranda, is she having a hard time getting logged in? Let me see. Here we go. Wait, I know what it is. It's just she needs promoted to panelist. It should work now, girl. So hopefully it should work. So I saw that message pop up. Yay, there we go. Okay, we are good to go. All right, so guys, I'm going to kick things off tonight, and I am just going to walk you through what is Team Beachbody, right? So just to kind of give you a good overview of the company, because I know some of you have never done Beachbody workouts before. You've never been a part of our amazing community and the challenge groups that we run. So that's the one thing that I just want to make sure that you guys understand is exactly what Team Beachbody is. So the company was actually founded, oh my gosh, it was so long, it was like 2007 or 2008, and it started out as an infomercial business. So our CEO is Carl Deichler, and the co-founder John Congdon started creating these at-home workouts. And so you probably heard of like Power 90, and it was like 10-minute abs, and I think Slim and Six was one of those first ones. And they had this ability to have these message boards online. So people would buy the DVDs off of infomercials, and they had a website where you could go in and there was a message board. And they saw that people were helping one another out, and they were giving each other advice, and people that had done programs were mentoring other people. And that was really the first time they entertained the idea of turning Team Beachbody into a network marketing opportunity. And so they saw this opportunity for people like you and I to get compensated for supporting and helping other people to start and finish the fitness programs. So Beachbody then opened a second lever to their business. So we had network marketing, and we had the infomercial business. And actually now we don't even have the infomercial business anymore. It is just straight Team Beachbody. It's all network marketing. And so what Team Beachbody is, it is this peer-to-peer support. And our mission is to help people achieve a healthy and fulfilling life. And so coaching is one of the ways that you can really help other people achieve their health and fitness goals. We have an entire product catalog that has everything from PIO and Insanity and P90X to, if you've heard of, Autumn's 21-day fix and Fix Extreme. And so it's, a lot of times people are like, oh, I can't do like those intense programs, but we have this Beachbody On Demand platform that has literally every single fitness program that you could think of, from ranging from beginner to intermediate to advanced to, carb cycling to time nutrition, to counting calories and portion controlled containers. So we just have everything from the nutrition programs and the fitness side. And then you've got the coaches that really help kind of put that all together for you. We also have an entire product line that involves Shakeology, which is our daily superfood shake. It is not a diet shake. It's not a weight loss shake. It's not a protein shake, but it's meant to, replace one meal or snack. And it kind of gives you everything that your body really needs to function optimally. And I know personally for me, I think the biggest difference for me personally was digestion. And I had a lot of IBS symptoms before starting with Beachbody, and the combination of clean eating, really cleaning up my diet, exercise, but then also Shakeology really got a lot of those things under control. We also have a pre-workout, an Energize, which is like our mom juice. So, it's like our pre-workout crack is what I call it. And I love it. I've, been drinking it for like 6 years now. We have a post-workout recover, and we have a refresh and an ultimate reset too, which is a 21-day cleanse. So, and I know there's more. That just kind of gives you a brief overview of all the things that we have here at Team Beachbody that we can offer to all of you, which is awesome. And I'll just really briefly tell you my story before I turn it over to who's next? I think it is Miranda is the second one to go. So just to give you a little bit of backstory. So, you know, each one of us, the cool part about tonight is, yes, we all represent this company called Beachbody, right? We all, you know, promote their products and their programs, and we all have this like deep belief in what we do, right? We have our own experiences that we're sharing, we're living it, we're walking it, we're breathing it, and we're really here to help other people. But we all sort of come from a different background. And I actually have an undergrad in psychology. I have my master's degree in special education, and I was the director of an early intervention program, a birth to 3 developmental program, right before I had my kids. And so my kids are now 8, and I'm gonna have a 10-year-old on Saturday, which is kind of scary that I have a 10-year-old because I don't feel like I'm that old yet. And so, so I started my business when Bryce was 6 months old, and he's my 8-year-old now. So I was really looking for a solution to lose weight after having both of my boys. And I posted on Facebook that I was eating celery and trying to lose weight. I was really struggling. Like, it wasn't coming off. No matter what I did, it was just, the weight wasn't coming off. But I also never had a weight issue before. I was just naturally sort of like just normal average, you know, never really went to the gym or did fitness programs or followed any nutrition plan. And so all of a sudden I really was faced with the challenge of getting the weight off. And so somebody messaged me on Facebook and was like, hey, I saw your post. Would you like to join a challenge group? And I didn't say anything to her. I didn't respond to the message, but I went to her page and I just went through every single post that she had on there, looked at her photo albums, you know, I just get kind of like silently from afar, like stalked her page to see, is she legit? Is she a normal person? And our husbands actually went to high school together. She had 2 kids, and her transformation, really resonated with me because her before photo was me at that current point. And so I could see myself in her, and I'm like, well, if she can do it with 2 kids, so can I. And that was really where the seed was planted. And I just was like, I'm ready to make a change, and I'm never going to look back. And so I did. I started with Insanity in the basement of my townhouse on a carpet square with my old Dell laptop like plugged into the wall. Every afternoon at nap time, I would go down to the basement and press play. And I lost 30 pounds with Insanity. And then halfway through P90X is when I hit my goal weight. But I also changed my nutrition. I went from low-fat diets, you know, 100-calorie packs, Smart Ones dinners, to really understanding proper nutrition. And it just, if I look at my before photo to now, it's like my entire affect, the way I carry myself, the way I look, the way my skin glows. I'm just a different person. And I didn't have in my mind that I was going to join this business, but I just fell in love with the process, and I saw other people being successful. And I thought, if I could just help one person the way that I have been helped, then I'll feel successful. And then I did that. And I'm like, well, what if I can pay for my groceries? And then I did that. And then I was like, well, what if I can earn, you know, $500 at the holidays and pay for my Christmas presents? And then I did that. So I just kept like adding these goals, and I kept watching other people like that were a few steps ahead of me. And I was always like, well, why not me? I'm no different than they are. And so I just began climbing the ladder in the company, and I've been doing Beachbody for 7.5 years. I've been the top coach in the company for 4 years, and I've got to do a lot of really cool things that I would tell you I never in a million years would imagine that I would have been able to do because of Beachbody. And we get to raise our 2 boys, and my husband supports me in my business and is home with me now, and it's a lot of fun. And so I'm really excited for you guys to be on this call tonight, because I know what an impact that it can make in your life if you lean into it. But you also have to like have a vision for it too. So tonight we're going to give you all of the like hows and all the little details. And as you're going through and listening to everybody talk, I really want you to say, how would this work for me? How do I envision building my own unique business? It doesn't have to look any way that the rest of us have done it, but I want you to just say like, okay, if I have all the details, do I think it's possible for me? All right, so I'm going to turn it over, and I'm going to let Miranda talk to you guys about our next topic.
All right. Hi, guys. Like Melanie said, I'm so excited that you guys are here, and you're here to learn about the business opportunity and the coaching opportunity, because it's, as cliche as this sounds, like it is honestly something that has changed my life. And I'll get into that a little bit, but I do want to give you a little bit of background information about me. I'm a newlywed. I just recently got married back in October, and my husband and I are currently flipping our house right now. So it is like a crazy hot mess express all the time, busy, hectic. But we're so excited, and I know it will totally all be worth it in the end. So I'm also a full-time teacher. I teach 6th grade English language arts, and I have been teaching for 6 years now, which when I say that out loud, it kind of sounds a little bit crazy because it hasn't felt like it has been that long, but it has. And coaching. So I've been coaching for only 7 months. I started back at the very beginning of August of last year, and I didn't start out to be a coach. I actually had no idea that there was even a coaching opportunity with this. I started with a program called 80-Day Obsession. And the whole reason I started was I just wanted to be more consistent with my fitness and my nutrition. I had just kind of fallen off since college and like working my way into like getting a job and such. So I just wanted to kind of pull that back in. So I started this 80-day program, and it was around like the last couple of weeks of the program, I learned that there was a business opportunity with this that I had no idea of. I was like, well, crap, I'm like doing the nutrition, I'm doing the workouts, like I can earn an income from this. Like it was just mind boggling to me. So at the end of the program, I was like, okay, I'm just going to go for this and I'm going to do it. So I filled out my coaching application. I'm getting ready to hit submit, and I'm not kidding you, my finger like literally hovered over the enter button for a long time because I was like, I'm really nervous about this. I don't know if I can do this. Am I coach material? Like I just had all of these self-limiting beliefs in my head. But now looking back, I'm like, this business was exactly what I needed to get myself out of that mindset. Since immersing myself in this community and just being a part of it, it like has completely changed my life in more ways than one, which I'm just ever so thankful for. But I won't lie, I was definitely very nervous about this, like I said, about all of what coaching was, because I stalked my coach for a while, like Melanie said, and it just so happened to be Melanie who I was stalking. But I had the same thoughts. I was like, why can't I do this? So I just kind of decided to go for it and go all in. So that's kind of what I want to talk to you guys about tonight, is who can be a coach? And the answer is very simple. Anybody can be a coach, literally anybody. When I think about our team, there are so many different people from different backgrounds and different stages in their life that are on our team. And I think it's just absolutely amazing. Like we have full-time workers, we have part-time workers, stay-at-home moms, we have teachers, nurses, like you name it, our team has it. And that's just a testament that anybody can do this in the pockets of their day. You just have to be passionate about it, and you just have to want it. So like for me, being a full-time teacher, a lot of people say, I'm too busy, I work full-time. Which, yes, we're all busy, we get that. But you just make it work for you. And for me, I have found pockets within my day that I just make it work. I get up maybe a little bit earlier to get some work done before I actually go to my teaching job. On my lunch break, I'm checking in with people, seeing how their day is going. And then when I come home from work, until my husband gets home, I kind of do work. So I don't have like a full 4 hours where I can do it all at once. I just do it in little pockets of my day that work for me. But another thing to kind of think about is a lot of people say, well, I'm not at my goal weight, so I can't do it. Nobody's going to want to follow me. Girls, listen up here. If you are not at your goal weight, like there are so many people out there who are going to relate right to you. Like if you're going through it and you're in the trenches, they're going to know that you're struggling too, and you'll be able to help them with their struggles. So because you're not at your goal weight, I actually kind of feel like that's a little bit of an advantage, because you're going through everything with the people who decide to go on it with you. So that was one of those other self-limiting things that I was like, kick it out the back door. Not going to worry about it. And then another thing, when we talk about coaching and who can do it, a lot of people say, well, I don't think I can post like you. I don't think I can share like you. And I won't lie, when I first started, I was like, oh my goodness, what are all these people going to think of me? Like, do I even have a story to share? And you do. Every single person has a story to share. And I try and think about this daily, is that somebody somewhere out there needs to hear what you have to say on that given day or any day. Like, somebody out there always needs to hear it. And even though they don't say it to you, they're watching and listening and following, and, you know, they want to be able to go through that experience with you. So that is a fear that it's there at the beginning, but it does get easier as you go. And I was actually listening to a podcast this morning, and I don't want to mess this quote up, so give me 1 second. I was listening to it, and she was talking about sharing, and she said, being able to care more about having I'm sorry. You need to care more about people than you do about your ego. And that like really struck a chord with me, because I was like, it is far more important for me to share all of the amazing benefits of this opportunity than it is about what that one person or that one friend or maybe that one family member might be thinking about you. So that's just kind of something that stuck with me today. But long story short here, guys, anybody can do this. As long as you are willing to put in the work, as long as you are coachable, and as long as you have a passion for this, health and fitness, like anybody can do this.
All right. I think Megan, you are up next, right? Okay, I think I have unmuted myself. Hi guys, my name is Megan Keck, and I am so excited that you are here today, and I'm super pumped to share with you a little bit about who I am and a little bit about my story. And what I'm also going to talk to you about today is what a challenge group is, because that's kind of like that is the whole big that's the crux of our business. You know, that's something that that has really just been super important to me on this journey when I first started Beachbody, and also for me as a coach as well. So I'll get into that in a second, but like I said, my name is Megan Keck, and I am from Knoxville, Tennessee. I actually just got married in June to a wonderful man, and he so willingly let me have the destination wedding of my dreams in Mexico. So we got married in Mexico in June, which was very hot, and we didn't realize how rainy it would be. So it rained and stormed on our wedding day, but that's okay. It was still beautiful, so it was great. But I have a little cat. We're planning on getting a pug in the future, and we're actually in the process of looking to build a home here in Knoxville. I am also a full-time third grade teacher. Like Miranda, I have been teaching for 6 years. I've also taught kindergarten within those 6 years as well, but third grade is definitely kind of the niche of the age group of kiddos that I like to teach. One thing that I have found just super wonderful about being a coach is that I have been able to share on a different platform as a teacher. And I never thought that I would be wanting to do that, because I started Beachbody and Beachbody workouts, I don't know, 2.5, 3 years ago in January 2016, actually as a New Year's resolution type of a thing. And I just kind of thought it's going to jumpstart my year, and I'll do this 21-day program. I'll do this superfood shake, and, you know, that'll be it. And even before I bought it, I was just thinking, like, I don't want to spend this money. It's not going to be worth it. Let me tell you, that was the absolute best use of my money kicking off that 2016 year that I could have ever spent, because what actually happened is it jump-started me towards the rest of my life. And like what Miranda said, is I never realized that these Beachbody programs and how they've transformed my life would actually give me the opportunity and the platform to share and teach that with other people as well. And I actually signed up to be a coach in November
of last year. Yeah, November 1st, 2018. So I've been coaching for four or 5 months. I think that's right. And it's just been an absolute blessing. So I'm going to get a little bit into the challenge group part of things, because like I said, that's the crux of everything that we do. So as a coach, it's our job to match you up with a program that best fits your needs. Now, of course, it's not whatever it's called, a one, I don't know. We match you up with a program that fits your needs. And, we ask questions to who we're talking to about, what's worked for you in the past, because we definitely don't want to put you with a program or put you with a nutrition plan with something that hasn't really worked for you in the past. And we think about what types of workouts do you like to do? Are you a cardio person? Do you like to lift weights? Are you someone that's kind of in the middle and you like to do both? And something to consider too is not every single person that comes in as a customer initially has had a lot of workout experience. And so we think, are you a beginner? Are you on an intermediate level? Are you on an advanced level? And that's a conversation piece that we like to have with our customers, because they don't always kind of know where they fall. And for me, I totally didn't know where I fell. So that was a conversation piece that I had with my coach as well. And challenge groups are super important because what hasn't worked for people in the past is probably because they've tried to go about their fitness journey on their own. And usually when you're trying to start a new lifestyle, you're trying to work on fitting in 30-minute workouts every day or focus on clean eating every day. And if you're doing it on your own and you don't have that support, then it's super hard to kind of stick with it. And so in a challenge group, we have a tribe of people that hold you accountable to your fitness goals, to your clean eating goals. We talk a lot about balance, because it's not about, eating a bunch of veggies constantly during the day. Yes, you want to make sure that you get those in, but on the weekends, you're probably going to want to have a cheat meal here and there. So it's all about balance and making good choices. And something that Melanie talked about, which has been super crucial for me in this whole journey, is our superfood dense meal replacement shake, our Shakeology. And it has helped me with numerous things. I actually have endometriosis, and so that's really cut down a lot on the pain that I have. And that right there, to me, when I learned, once I started drinking that every single day and I started feeding my body that I truly the pain went away. And it was, for me, was like, this is going to work. I'm going to stick with this for the long term. And so what this group looks like is it's actually a closed online support group. And we do that through Facebook. And each day, you'll actually take the chance to log into the group, the closed online Facebook group. And this is where at the very beginning, we'll have kind of like a prep week. And this is when you'll take the time to really think about your why and set your goals. You're also going to take those before and after pictures, and sometimes taking those before and after pictures and taking those measurements, it's not fun, but oh my goodness, it was super crucial. And that's something that I just constantly hit myself for, because I took kind of grainy, kind of sort of before and after pictures, but I didn't take my measurements, and gosh, I wish that I did. And when you log in there every day, you'll see a post. If you're in a group with me or any of the other coaches who are sharing, is you'll see a post from, like I said, your coach or someone else who was in that group as well when you log in the morning. And in those posts, you'll get fitness tips, nutrition tips, how do you troubleshoot if you get off course or if something's not working for you, and how do you stay on track? I don't know if you have a vacation coming up or if you're going out to eat, how do you stay on track during those times of your life? Because like I said, this is truly the lifestyle. This has been what has worked so well for me, and it's just the biggest blessing for sure. And the biggest thing, and this is something Miranda touched on a little bit as well, and as a coach, it has been for me so eye-opening that I actually have more time in my day than I thought that I had. I get up an hour earlier, and I thought before I did that it was just going to be super difficult. And it actually ended up being super manageable. Get up an hour earlier. I get some business work done. I check in with my challengers. I do my workout. I drink my superfood shake. That's my breakfast, and off to work I go. And then at the end of the day, when I come home, do a little bit of work, also check in with my challengers. And in your challenge group, that's when you'll log in and you'll have a chance to kind of rate your day and check in and see how you did daily. And that'll be a way for you to kind of see your progress. And as I wrap it up here, guys, I want for you to know that as a coach, it's been just, like I said, I'm teaching on a different platform, and it's never in a way that I thought that my life would take me and in the course that it has taken me, but it's just been a super big blessing to know that when I wake up every single morning, when my feet hit that floor, not only am I going to serve my third graders during the day, but my mission every single morning is to say to myself, whose life can I change today? Whose life will I impact today? And I want to leave you with this little quote here too, because it's something that's kind of been ringing a bell with me over the past couple of months. And it's that you are worthy of something more. If there's a whisper in the back of your head, but you're kind of scared to take that leap of faith and you're not really sure, just know you are worthy of something more. And yeah, with that, I think I hit the time.
Yeah, you're good. I'm turning it over to Katie. She's up next.
All right. Hi, everyone. My name is Katie Slater, and I joined as a coach in October of 2017. I was always really into fitness and nutrition, and I was a competitive gymnast for most of my life throughout college, so I always had fitness goals that I was working towards attaining. So once I started having children, with my first son, Jack, I gained 60 pounds. And I kind of had this moment where I was like, oh my gosh, what happened? And I'm like, Katie, you got to get this under control, after Jackson comes. And so I bought 21 Day Fix. And I did it. I kind of did the workouts. I kind of didn't. I didn't really follow the nutrition. So I lost a little bit of that weight, but not all of it. So fast forward a couple months after that, I got pregnant again with my second baby boy, Cole, and I gained another 60 pounds. And I just remember sitting on my couch in October of 2017, and I was 9 months pregnant, and I was just like, I have got to commit to something once I have this baby. And that night I signed up to be a coach. So I was 9 months pregnant and I signed up to be a coach. And at first, it was more about the accountability that coaching could give me. I wanted, to have that added accountability and to really try to inspire other people to start a journey like I was starting. So initially I joined for accountability, and I lost all my baby weight and then some. To date, I think I'm at like 47 pounds lost total. So I am happier and healthier than I've ever been. And over time, my why started to shift. So when I went back to work after my maternity leave, I came back to a really terrible work situation. My boss and I were butting heads, and I had been butting heads with her for several years, and it just seemed to come at a head when I got back. And I ended up leaving my job. I said, I'm not taking this anymore. I'm quitting. I'm done with this. And I actually got a new position as a chief of staff for a company, and I started working 50 hours a week, and I was miserable. I had no time for my kids. I had no time for my husband. I had no time to cook, which is something that I love to do. I had no time to do anything. And I was just, I don't want to say I was in a depression, but I was very unhappy. And that's kind of when I drew a line in the sand and I said, I'm going all into coaching because it can give me everything that I want. It can give me the flexibility in my schedule. It can give me time with my husband and my kids, and it can give me that financial freedom to live a life that I wanted. So I decided to go all into coaching with the end goal being to leave my full-time job and coach full-time. So in January, I got closer to that goal, and I actually went part-time in my job, which has been the biggest blessing in our family and has just changed everything for us. So I'm very happy and thankful for that. So that's kind of my story so far. And I'm very excited to see where things go, and just am very happy with the path that I've chosen. So today I want to talk to you guys a little bit about the training opportunities and resources that the Dream Team has to offer. So when you join as a coach, everyone gets plugged into the New Coach Training University. With this university, you get to go through weekly calls, which are recorded. So if you're like me and you have young kids and you can't jump onto a call, they're always recorded so you can catch them at a later date when it's more convenient for your schedule. In addition, you can go through it's kind of like a self-led group. So you kind of go through the videos on your time when it is convenient with your schedule. You do the assignments on your time. So you kind of make it work with the busy schedule that you have. In addition, we have Monday night team calls every week where we get to hear from the top leaders in our organization. And it's just amazing to hear from these leaders, because it's awesome to get the tips and tricks from the best of the best and just to learn everything that they have to offer. And I apologize, my 3-year-old is still awake, so I'm sorry that he may run in here, and I apologize for that. And there he is. Okay, so getting back to the training. So we also have the opportunity to do these smaller mastermind groups. So these are more intimate group settings that allow you to really dive in deep to a subject with other coaches in the network. In addition, we have the opportunity to be in the Dream Team Coach Facebook page, which is an awesome resource in and of itself. And can you hold on for 1 second, everyone? I'm so sorry.
I love it so much. Like, this is what we do. We mom and we do coaching, and it works. And that's the really fun part. I love it.
I'm so sorry. He normally goes to bed really easily, and of course tonight it just didn't happen.
I mean, there was no, Katie, I'm just going to stop you for 1 second. There was one time last year when I was doing a call like this, and my child ran into the call butt naked because he had just gotten out of the bathtub. So it is totally cool.
All right, so I was talking about the Dream Team Coach page. So this is an awesome resource, and for me, I love to try to figure things out on my own. So I always go to Google with questions that I might have, but if I'm really stuck, I can go into this page, I can post to the group, and within 5 to 10 minutes, I have, 10 to 12 ladies who have responded to me and just giving me all the information and wisdom that they have. And it's just a really awesome resource. And it just really goes to show you that the community of women that is part of the Dream Team is just unmatched. Everybody is uplifting each other and supporting each other, and they really want to help you move your business forward, which you can really feel and is really special, I think. In addition, there are so many different events that happen with the Dream Team. So Beachbody hosts quarterly events that we call Super Saturdays, and they happen every quarter. And just this last one in January, the night before Super Saturday, the Dream Team hosted this awesome cocktail hour at this swanky hotel. And it was just so much fun to get together and, meet the women that you converse with on Facebook and just get to know each other on a stronger level. So those are really fun. Super Saturday is just an awesome training opportunity where you can hear from corporate about upcoming Beachbody products that are going to be launched and what have you. So also, we have the yearly conference, which is Summit, which is just life-changing. You get to hear from the best of the best in the company for different training opportunities, and you get to hear multiple success stories, coaching success stories, transformations, incredible transformations where people are losing hundreds of pounds, and it's just really, really inspiring. So that's really awesome to attend as well. Lastly, I just wanted to talk about there is the opportunity to qualify for smaller retreat type events that, you know, are smaller groups of women who qualify for a retreat will be sent, and, you know, it's more of like a workshop style. So you do some training opportunities, but you're also bonding with your team members. And that's just a really special opportunity. So long story short, there are so many resources that that we have to offer. And it's not like you sign up and it's like, okay, well, here are the benchmarks you're supposed to hit. Okay, go ahead and good luck. We'll see you later. That's not it at all. There are so many different resources that you can become a part of and just learn as much as you can. So that's what I've got.
Thank you so much. You did such a good job. All right, Alana is up next.
All right. Hey, everyone. My name is Alana LeBlanc. I have been a coach. My gosh, I was getting ready for this and I was like, I'm coming up on 4 years in May, which is crazy to even say. I know, it's crazy. I have been married 11 years, a little over 11 years. I have 2 boys. One's going to be 8 next month and the other is 6. My story is actually very similar to Melanie's, which is funny. It's always funny to hear it. So I had never really struggled with my weight before, just like totally average. Despised the gym, like was not into fitness at all. But after having my 2 boys, I was just struggling to lose the baby weight. And, you know, it got to a point where my baby was like 2 and I was carrying around these extra 20 pounds and it would take me like 45 minutes to find an outfit that like hid everything and tucked everything in just right where I felt comfortable. And I was like, okay, enough is enough. Like my baby isn't really a baby anymore. I'm buying jeans that are 2 sizes bigger than I've ever worn before. I need to do something. So I started with 21 Day Fix. Didn't really follow the nutrition plan, wasn't part of a challenge group, just like trying to do it on my own. And I lost like 9 or 10 pounds, went on to do P90X3 and Insanity Max 30, a whole slew of other programs, and ended up losing the 20 pounds, started feeling really good, had a lot more energy. I was going to work. I felt more productive. People started noticing what was happening. And I will never forget, there was one day I was on the train, I was working in downtown Boston in human resources, and somehow a post from Melanie popped up on my Facebook feed. And I was like, oh, what is this? So I looked and I was like, and I kept going back like every day. I kept going back to her page. And I was like, oh, there she is again. She's working out and she looks really happy. And I saw her transformation, and she had 2 boys. And she had posted about a business opportunity call. And I never even knew, like so many other of you girls, like I didn't know there was a business opportunity side to this. And it was a call very similar to this one that we're on right now. And I went and I listened and I was petrified. I was like, oh my God, I'm very like kind of quiet, reserved person, private, like did not post on social media at all, like pictures of my kids. And that was it. I had never posted a selfie before. So I was like, I don't think this is for me. So I had a million questions and concerns. And what it came down to, and it's funny because Miranda was kind of talking about this too, it came down to me knowing how I felt at that point. Like as a busy mom who was struggling, like I'd strap my kids into the double stroller and try to like go for a jog and just like trying to find these solutions and like eating lean cuisines for lunch and thinking I was doing the right thing. And when I finally figured out that all of that was wrong and I needed, like I ended up getting into a challenge group, I needed that support, I found products and programs that worked, I was like, Alana, this is no longer about you. Like, who cares if you're scared to put stuff on social media? This is about all those other moms out there, or even if it's 1 or 2 moms out there that need to hear this message and can change their life. So that for me was kind of like the turning point where I was like, doesn't really matter. This isn't about me anymore. I'm being selfish if I keep this to myself. So that was how I decided to become a coach. I was working in human resources then. That was, my gosh, like 4 years ago. I was working part-time and I left that job 2 years later. So I have been, I guess, technically a full-time coach, but I still do work pretty part-time hours because I have 2 boys. As they're getting older, I'm getting a little bit more flexibility in my schedule to dedicate to coaching, but it's been really, really a true blessing for our family. It's changed a lot of our family dynamics, which has been incredible for us. So that's kind of my story on how I became a coach and how it's really changed our life, not just mine, but my whole family's life. So I'm going to talk to you guys tonight a little bit about the good stuff. So like everyone wants to help people when you're a coach, but we want to know how we earn an income, right? Like money's important to us. So I'm going to tell you guys about how we earn an income as a coach. And there's a few different ways. So The first is through commission. We get a 25% commission off anything that we sell to our customers. You get a personalized website, so you don't have inventory in your house, you don't have to ship anything out, it's all done for you, but you get 25%. So Shakeology, 3-day refresh, Beachbody on-demand access, anything like that, you're getting a 25% commission. You also get a flat rate commission off challenge packs. So when you bundle together the Shakeology and your Beachbody on-demand access, you're getting anywhere from $50 up to $100 plus as a flat commission off those challenge packs, depending on the challenge pack. So that's kind of the customer side of it. You're getting people signed up to help them with their health and fitness journey. You're getting that 25% commission or the flat rate off a challenge pack. The other way, and this gets a little bit more complicated, so I'm not going to go into much detail, but the other way that we earn is through building a team. So when you start building a team and you start attracting coaches who want to join your team and do this business with you, you can become eligible for team cycle bonuses. And basically you're getting rewarded to help your team and help your coaches start their businesses and be successful. So those are kind of the two main ways. As an Emerald coach, that's kind of the first rank in our business when you start growing your team. As an Emerald coach, just to give you an idea, with team cycle bonuses, you can cap out at $250 a week. So this is separate. You're still making your retail commission. You're still getting your customers into challenge groups. You can still earn another $250 a week as an Emerald coach. As you start growing more, one of the next ranks is a Diamond coach. You can earn up to $2,000 a week as a Diamond coach in your team cycle bonuses. So as you can see, there's a lot of potential to earn through helping your team grow and be successful. Those are kind of the two main pieces. There's a couple other little pieces that I want to talk about too. So there's a quarterly bonus pool that Beachbody puts together, and it's this pool of money that every quarter gets paid out. You have to be a 2-star Diamond coach to be qualified for it, and you get a percentage of this pool. So as a 2-star, 5-star, 10-star, 15-star, you get a percentage of this pool on a quarterly basis. The really cool part is, let's say you're a 10-star Diamond coach. You get not only the 10-star, but you also get the 5-star and the 2-star quarterly bonus. So it can add up and can be a really substantial piece of your income. There's also other things too. So not exactly an income stream, but like you can qualify for Success Club trips every year. So the next one is coming up in a couple of weeks. There's a cruise. Last year was Mexico. There was Punta Cana. And when I first started, I was like, oh my gosh, it's going to take me like 10 years to qualify for these trips. They are super attainable. My first full year in the business, I earned an all expense paid trip to Punta Cana. I couldn't go because I was working, and it's a whole nother story, but I couldn't get the time off. But these trips are really attainable. Like, you see people going on these trips and you kind of think as a new coach that it's just like not reachable, but they are really attainable. There's also leadership trips you can qualify for. There's different parties and events at our annual coach summit that you can qualify for as well. So if those kinds of things are what motivates you, there's definitely incentives for like travel and trips and different parties and things like that. The last thing that I want to touch on is the elite program. So again, I don't want to get too into it. It's a little bit confusing until you kind of get into it and you're comfortable with like the whole compensation plan, but there's an elite program. You have to be a 5-star Diamond coach, and you earn leadership points based on your team's performance. But as an elite coach, you earn an extra $100 a month. And if you're a top 200 elite coach, you get an extra $400. So that's another $500 a month. And it just, like, I just wanted to highlight these different ways because there are so many ways. There are like all kinds of different ways that you can really earn a substantial income with this opportunity. Does it happen overnight? No. Does it take work? Yes. So, you know, there's a ton of different ways that you can build an income, and whether your goal is to leave a full-time job, whether you want to back down to part-time hours, maybe you just want extra money because you want to pay off some debt or you want to travel more, whatever it is, there's opportunity to like hustle and put the time and effort into it and earn it. So there's a bunch of different ways. Hopefully that answered some of your questions. If you guys have other questions, you can put them in the chat, and I'm going to hand it over to Danny, but I can answer questions if there's something else I didn't touch on.
Hey everybody, I'm Danny Heath, and I am a wife and mom in Frisco, Texas. I've been married for, 18 years. I don't know if I said my daughters are 15 and 11. I actually found Beachbody like when my second daughter was born. So there was no coaching opportunity. It may have even been a VHS tape that I got. But anyway, I started with the programs and in my living room with neighbors. They would come over in the morning and we would work out. And like I said, my daughter was just born. I lost 55 pounds with these programs. But you guys, there weren't challenge groups. I had no resources, no connections, anything. But anyway, I kept that weight off until basically, I would say the bottom of our life fell out. And it makes me emotional, but in 2011, downturn of the economy, my husband's company was closing its doors in California. And this is where we grew up. This is where our family is. We had two choices. We could either be unemployed or move to Texas. And this devastated me. And I had to pack up, move to Texas where I didn't know one single soul, and brought my little girls, again, left everything. Obviously grateful that we still had employment, but this was just really difficult for me. And I fell into this, I mean, I will call it a depression. And you guys, I gained the weight back, which was really hard on my self-esteem. And anyway, it was just a difficult time. But again, I had all these DVDs. I had all the resources there. I knew these programs worked, and I would periodically take them out and start a program again. And I just realized my kids were a little bit older. They were in school. I didn't have moms groups. I didn't have that connection with other women that I really, really wanted. And so not only was I struggling to lose the weight, I was struggling to connect with women. And you know, I would see on Facebook about these challenge groups. Again, remember, I didn't know what challenge groups were. And finally, I'm kind of stubborn, but finally last year I was like, okay, you need to do something. You need to make a change. So I decided, listen, I had the resources, but there was a missing link. So I'm going to join a challenge group. It changed everything. The community of women, the support, it was everything. So I did that mid last year. And then in October, another light bulb went off when there was talk of layoffs at my husband's company. And I thought, I can't. I had seen my coach change her entire life, the legacy of her family's future with this business. And I thought, I cannot leave our future in the hands of corporate America. So I'm going to jump into this business opportunity. I'm going to just dive in and give it all that I've got. And I believe in our program. I believe in our products, but I believe there's so many women out there like me that are at home trying to do this on their own, and it's not working. And again, I wanted the community of women, and that's what coaching does for me too, is it gives me a community of women across the United States that are like-minded, that just, they add so much value to my life. So I'm excited about what this opportunity has to offer and how it really is going to change my family's future. So with that being said, I just hope that hearing from all these amazing women tonight, that this business opportunity spoke to you the same way that it spoke to me, and that you can see the positive impact that it can have on not only your health, but your financial future. And so anyway, what I'm here to share with you guys is just a couple ways to get started. You may or may not have been in a challenge group or not, but the number one way that we recommend for you guys to get started is with a challenge pack. When you purchase a challenge pack, it's going to waive your $40 sign-up fee. You're going to get your Shakeology and or your Beachbody Performance line. You're going to get your Beachbody On Demand, and you can even pick the challenge pack that's going to work best for you. So that's fantastic. Now, you may have Shakeology, you may have Beachbody On Demand. Still, your best deal is that challenge pack. So what we would probably recommend for you is just to go ahead and cancel what you currently have and buy that challenge pack, and you're going to get that savings. There is another way that I just really don't recommend. You can do a $40 sign-up fee, but that's not going to give you any of the tools to get started. So it's not I'm just letting you know, but it's really the challenge pack is the way that you want to go. Now, the other great thing that you may not know about is we have a military waiver program, which means if you're active, veteran, military, you can get your sign-up fee waived and you won't pay any monthly service fee, that's fantastic. Or spouse, I'm sorry. Now, we do have a $15.95 monthly service fee, but what that is that's your website hosting. You're going to get all the back office training, tools, reports, everything maintained for you. Again, I don't know if I'm not sure if we mentioned this, but you don't carry any inventory. Everything's shipped directly from our warehouse, ordered through your website. So that fee is so nominal for your own business. And I think that's really everything when it comes to getting started. The most important thing is that you want to circle back to the coach that invited you. But I really hope that you guys consider this because I think this business is changing so many lives.
Oh my gosh, I love hearing from all of you, and I love just hearing how you got started in like this common thread of how we all met each other. And it's interesting because, you know, none of us on this call right now would have known each other if it wasn't for the coaching opportunity. And so to me, it's like, wow, this like ripple effect. One person makes a decision to change their life, and then it has this like ripple effect down through everybody else. And it's really amazing. And so, you know, I hope that if you have questions and I see that there are a few in the comments below, so we'll take a few moments to answer them. But, you know, before we kind of go through the questions is I know that when I was thinking about this opportunity, I remember just saying to myself, like, I don't know if I can do this, or I don't know if I can do what she does, or I don't know how to post on social media. And so for me, I have a couple of things that you want to consider. And now looking back, like doing this for 7 years, I just jumped full both feet in. And I never really said like, there's going to be a plan B. It was just like, both feet are going in and I'm going to figure it out. And we all kind of have this like figure out mindset. We'll Google it, we'll search for it, we'll go into the team page, we'll ask for help, but we have this like self-starter kind of take initiative mindset, right? So I think that's really important. I think the second thing is like, you have to be coachable. You really have to say to yourself like, okay, can I take some constructive criticism? Am I willing to show up and like do the work and learn how to do it? And then do I have a bigger vision for my life? You know, every single one of the first things I did as a coach, and I'm looking over here because my vision board is just sitting right on my desk. And in the first couple of months that I was a coach, I made a vision board and I put on there, wouldn't it be crazy cool if? And it was like, if we like paid off all of my student loans, wouldn't it be crazy cool if we like went on our first family vacation, just the four of us, you know, by ourselves? Because we'd always vacation with parents that would pay for us. You know, wouldn't it be crazy cool if we could get out of our townhouse and buy a single family home? Like I just really, and I remember my husband sort of laughing at me, thinking that my dreams were kind of dumb, that he was like, this business isn't, you want a job, Melanie, like get a real job and go back to work, is what he used to say, you know, at the beginning. But every morning I would look at that vision board and I would say, why not me? Why not me? I'm willing to do the work. And if I can build this business in the cracks of raising my kids, why not? Like, why not give it all that I've got? And so, you know, as you're listening tonight and really envisioning what this could look like for you, I just want you to say to yourself, like, if I give it everything I've got for the next 3 to 5 years, where could I be? You know, like the sky is the limit. And you're looking at 6 women that are doing it, that are normal, average, everyday women that aren't, you know, we don't have this huge social media following, but we're making an impact one person at a time. And I think that's the coolest part about it, is that, you know, social media allows you to connect with so many people that are just like you and to really make a difference and love what you do. So with that being said, I hope that you'll join our team. We do have our kickoff call is going to be in the next 2 weeks. We will do that. We also have we have a coach training university that will kick off on April 1st. So as you go through, and each one of us sort of accepts a certain amount of people. So we have like limited spots for coach signups, because we want to make sure that we don't bite off more than we can chew, and that we can actually mentor you the way you need to be mentored. And so we hold those spots sort of, for those people that are really ready to take that leap of faith. So you're going to want to reach out to the coach that invited you here to get signed up as soon as possible. As soon as you're done with this call, just send them a quick little message and let them know that you're ready to get started. And we'll walk you through the process, welcome you to our team page, get you into our trainings, and get you up and running right from the start. All right. Okay. So let me read some of these questions, and I don't know if you guys were checking them out too. Let's see. Jen, with the added opportunity of the master certification becoming a Beachbody Live instructor, do you think it makes sense for a new coach to take all these things on if they're interested? You know what? That's a good question, because when I signed up to be a coach, I was like, I'm going to go get certified to teach Turbo Kick is what I went to the full day certification. And so I had 2 little kids, and then I was trying to build my Beachbody business. And then I was like, but I got to practice for 6 hours to learn the routine so I can go teach a class. And honestly, I'd never opened the package of all of the the stuff. So I bought it, the live certification. But that wasn't something I love to do. So I would say to you, the Ultimate Portion Fix certification, absolutely. That's going to be directly relevant to what you do as a coach. The Beachbody Live instructor certification is different. And unless you teach live classes already, and that's kind of your forte, then sure, that would be a direction to go in. But I feel like come in, have your experience with the products, have your experience with the programs, go through it from start to finish. And then as you get the basics down pat, then you can add other things to it when you're ready. I think just don't bite off more than you can chew. That's kind of when people get overwhelmed and quit, right? I mean, that's just me. All right. Is the challenge pack and performance pack qualify to be purchased to become a coach? So yes, a challenge pack it can come in multiple configurations. So there's Beachbody On Demand, and then it can come with Shakeology or Ultimate Portion Fix certification. There, if you already have Beachbody On Demand, there's a completion pack. And so there's different configurations, but it's the package that you're going to want to get. That will waive your $40 coach sign-up fee. That will get you into all of our trainings and all the support and the accountability groups that we have to offer. All right. What else? I think I'm not sure how to say it. It's Devonna Tucker. You had asked about Shakeology and it upsetting your stomach a little bit. So I feel like I can speak to this because this was also me, but I also had really bad nutritional habits. And I also never ate anything that was nutrient dense. So when I put good food in my body, it was like, what the heck are you doing to me? Right? It sort of rebelled for 2 weeks. And so I couldn't drink a full scoop of Shakeology right off the bat, right? It was too much for my digestion. So I started with a half a scoop for a week. Then I went up to 3/4, and then I got to a full, and I've been drinking a full scoop for 7 years. But I had to step it up because that's just the way all of us are different. But that just the pre and the probiotics and all the fiber in there just sort of was like a shock. But now I'm fine. So I think you just have to give it some time and start with a smaller scoop to begin with too. All right. I'm nervous about building a team. You know what, guys? I think if you're nervous, building a team comes natural. And Audra, I see that question. I always say your first thing that the minute you sign up to be a coach, you're a leader. You're a leader of the people that follow you on social media. You're a leader to the people in your circle. You're a leader to your first few customers, and you're already leading. And so you want to focus on getting really comfortable with bringing in people and helping them on their fitness journey. And then you're going to see somebody that you're going to be like, you would make a great coach, or you're going to talk to people about what you do. And if you're doing it, if you're already running your challenge groups and you're already doing the vital behaviors, it's very easy to just start mentoring somebody else in doing it. But don't get so caught up in do I have to build a team? Just take it layer by layer. Let's start out with just helping people first. Other questions. My concern is the financials. Is there a way to enroll in the program without continual Shakeology? So there was a recent ad for 30%. I don't know what that is, but no, I wouldn't. If there's an ad somewhere for 36% off coaching and it's not through Beachbody, then that wouldn't I don't know what that would be. But you get 25% off when you become a coach. So you get that discount. So do you have to have Shakeology every single month? I mean, yes, I'm going to say yes, you absolutely do, because it is a big part of what we do. So if it's not Shakeology, it's something else. It's like a 3-pack of the beach bars, or it's the Beachbody Performance line. Like if you're a business building coach, there is like a minimum requirement for like a personal volume, which is your Shakeology order. And you should be consuming it anyways, because you're a coach. So you practice what you preach. And if you're going to tell other people to do it, you should definitely do it as well. But with that being said, your goal in the first 30 days is to make that initial investment back. And that should be like the first thing you do. 3 people that sign up with you, it makes back your investment. And then every month you're adding new people and new people are ordering. So yes, you're going to, you know, if you're doing it as a business opportunity, you're covering all of your costs, and then you've got commissions that are coming in on top of that. So, you know, it's why it's like when you first sign up, we want to get you moving and up and running right away. Okay. I'm curious to know some actual income numbers. I'm assuming year by year can fluctuate based on followers and subscriptions, but what are actual numbers? You know, Ryan, I don't feel comfortable sharing actual income numbers. I don't feel like that's something that we need to share, but I will tell you that personally, the sky's the limit. So like we said, like if you are, and it really has nothing to do with followers and subscribers. It has everything to do with the number of people that you're enrolling into your accountability groups and that are purchasing from you. So like we said, you know, your income it doesn't fluctuate a lot. It's sort of like once you start building an income, you've got a steady stream of customers that buy. And then as your team starts to build, then you start to build this residual income. And as long as you're consistent in growing your business, yeah, you can get up to that, you know, 2,000, 3,000. I mean, it can go pretty fast based on the amount of effort that you put into it, you know? So, so there's just a wide variety based on the kind of business that you want to build. But truthfully, the sky's the limit. If you want to make 6 figures, if you want to make 7 figures, it's absolutely possible for you to be able to do that. So I hope that answers your question. All right. It doesn't matter about coaches in your area, right, guys? Like, I mean, I had like 6 or 10 elite coaches in the Pittsburgh area at one point, and then some moved away, and it was like we build on social media. So sometimes it doesn't even matter who's in your local area. We're just, and we don't compete with each other. It's definitely not a competition. It is more of a collaboration than anything. All right. Okay. You guys are more than welcome to jump in if you want to answer any of these questions too. Let's see. I want to become a coach, but I want the package with the Energize instead of Shakeology. So you would do the completion pack that has Energize and Recover instead of, so that's like the performance line challenge pack is what you would do for that one if you have Beachbody On Demand and you're doing Lift 4 right now. Okay. Let's just do a few more questions. And then it says, when you start your own Facebook page or Instagram outside of your personal one you've already established, how do you get that started? Jill, should you start your own Facebook page? I would use your personal Facebook page personally. That's what I did. I mean, you already have a warm market of people in your Instagram account. If you don't want to start from scratch, I would honestly use your what you have right now. And if you want to have a private account that's just family, that you're like, I'm on Instagram and you're like, okay, this is just for my family and I'm just going to post all the pictures of my kids. Sure, you can totally do that, right? That's not a big deal. But use what you have. My first, 4 months in business were people that I knew, people that I was meeting through Facebook, and we had mutual friends. And so if I would have started a brand new Facebook page, it would have taken me 3 times as long to get the results that I got. So work off of what you have and the people that you're currently friends with or that you've connected with over the years. I definitely would encourage you to not start completely over from scratch again. All right. Where do you find all these people without tripping all over other coaches online? I don't have that problem at all. I mean, there are coaches out there, but here's the thing. It's like when you get a new car, or when you're looking to buy a new car, right? So all of you right now are like researching Beachbody coaches. So what's in your newsfeed? You're probably following 20 or 30 different Beachbody coaches. So that's all you see on social media, right? So it's like when I went to look at getting our Honda Pilot, I was like, oh, I don't know anybody that has a Honda Pilot, or I don't know anybody that has an Infinity. And then all of a sudden I would see these QX80s every single like corner. So it's like when you focus on it, now you start seeing it. We don't search for each other. We're out there collaborating with other people, and every single day people come through the door that have never heard of coaching or have never been in a challenge group before. So you never have to worry about like market being saturated or there being too many people, because there are billions of people that need the services that we have to offer. And yes, Devonna, you can do the performance line instead of Shakeology and still be a coach. Yes. All right. Okay, anything else? And Ryan, if you really want to see coach income, because I see that you're asking it again, I would tell you that I think that I have it. I might have it on my website at somewhere where I have other like income progressions. I'm trying to think where I've shared it. Like I've shared it on my income or my stories before. Other coaches have. You can Google search it if you really want to go out there and look for it. You know, if that's something that you really need to know. But I will say, like, if you're, and this is just me being honest, like if you're just looking at the dollar amount and how fast I can earn an income, you know, I think that sometimes your focus is in the wrong place, right? So when I looked at my business and when I was starting out, I really was like, how many people's lives can I change? Because the number of people that I can make an impact, the number of posts that I can make on social media that are teaching people how to live a healthier life is going to be a direct result of my income. And so that sort of is my focus. Yes, I make a great income in this business, more than I ever thought was ever possible, but it's because that my focus is on how do I serve my audience the best? How do I connect with the right people? How do I help my people succeed? And so I really want you to like just make sure that you're not coming into coaching just saying like, I want to get rich quick, or I just want to make a quick buck. So just keep that in the back of your mind as you're doing this. Like it is a business, and any business requires like trust and building that relationship and really just leading with your heart. So I hope that helps you guys. I hope that helps you make your decision, and you're here because you genuinely really see just a future with Beachbody, and you see yourself really being able to get out there and help others. So guys, anything else that I missed that you guys want to add before we finish up? No, you're good? Okay. All right, guys. Thank you so much for being on here tonight. I really appreciate you guys showing up and checking in. And go ahead and feel free to send us questions. You can email any one of us, and whoever is your coach, whoever invited you here, feel free to reach out. But thanks so much for being here, and hope you guys have a wonderful evening. All right, guys, take care. Bye, everybody.